And welcome back to Safe Havens, but clearly not to the bunker. That's daylight I see up there, and it's been a few episodes since we've seen that. But I knew that was going to happen when I decided to make the bunker base this season. So what's going on today? Well, if you've watched the last few videos, you know that I've been using our redstone technology that we've developed to increase the production of various materials. Last time it was the cave. Might need to explore that, but we'll do it later. Anyway, you know that I've been developing our resource materials. Last episode was the tree farm. Episode before that was the iron farm. Trying to get the machines, more caving. Trying to get the resources put together so we can build whatever it is we want to build. Well, if you look in the distance with the snow-capped peaks, that'll give you a clue as to today's focus. Guesses in 3, 2, 1? Ice farm. And I know there's always a joke that no one cares about ice. But things are a little bit different these days. When we have so many, water elevators for going up and going down, and when water is used so commonly essentially as a conveyor belt for so many builds, like the iron farm, or pretty quick a kelp farm and other type of farms, I actually find a lot of value in the ice farm. And then there's always the conveyor belts that you use for moving items after mass production. So I really do like having an ice farm around. So we are going to upgrade the very basic, I think it's a 12 by 12 sheet here, and turn this into an iceberg maker, piston powered and full auto. Let me go ahead and get into this small little hole here and sleep away the night. Okay, I brought some resources here to be prepared. Okay, a little space to throw down my boxes. Okay, yep, I brought a bed with me. And a door for security's sake. This is just your classic hole in the ground. I don't really care. And maybe if I put the door in the right way, give me an extra room. Okay. Alright, so I'm secure. Let me dig this out just a few spaces. I just want to be safe while I sleep. Okay, sleep the night away. But yeah, the concept here is I can just come here, AFK overnight, come back, and I've got stacks upon stacks of ice. For right now, this is great for beginner. I have no problem with this design. It absolutely works. Thank you, Exuma. But I want more. I have the technology. I want to rebuild it. So let me get this cleared out, and we'll get to that. Alright, and for those of you curious, I'm going through actually harvesting this batch of ice because I need some starting ice and water to get the machine going. You can't have an ice maker without at least a beginning water tray. So I'm going to clear this out and also going to stow it here in the gear, and also I'll give you a look at, the benefits of what we've generated. Wood from the wood farm, see a couple stacks of iron from the iron farm, and I've already pre-crafted a lot of the materials off camera just to save time. Take a look here, get my redstone box out, drop that up there. Okay, let's go ahead and get these wood logs out of the way. Get the spruce logs picked up. I can probably reuse those for something. Alright. I've gone ahead and done a little bit of the work of starting to get a flat work area for this to work on. I want the rail network that will be on top of the pistons, beneath the pistons to be 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12. Okay, so all of that so far is going to be piston floor. I need on this edge 3 over. Well, hang on. Okay. Okay, yeah. So that's going to be fine. I'm wanting a floor of pistons, 12 by 12,
and then that will allow me to make a cube 12 by 12 by 12. If the math holds right, this should be a machine that will actually make me 27 stacks of ice. Uh, that's a lot. That's an entire single chest full. I can deal with that. I don't know about the time frame on how long it'll be. I'll have to experiment with that. Okay, yeah, there we are. Alright, comment below. How many of you are Minecraft counters? Alright, sleep away the night because I'm not really interested in mob fighting right now. Did a little bit of work. On the edges here, I need 3 rows on one side for rail network and for rail power. And on the other end, I need 2. That's why you're seeing me use the cobblestone. Here, get some of the tech now. Okay. Grab some of my sticks, also for my stick farm, wood farm. Okay, and just make up a bunch of slovers. Thank you. Okay. Now I need to hop underneath. No. If I choose the right, there we are. Okay. I need to hop underneath. Is that the right one? Yeah. I want to do it this way. That way the cobble is my marker. The first cobblestone row is the one I want to be powered. So if I go underneath here, good, I can see the cobblestone. Yep, okay, so this will work fine. So I slip down underneath here, and then underneath each of these cobblestones here, I want to drop a switch. And then that will give me a powered block for a powered rail to continue having the minecart that's running on that power down the line. It's just the simplest solution to the situation. I know I could drop a redstone torch, but sticks and stones are cheap. Okay, missed that one. Gotta get it flicked. There we are. Okay, now that's powered on. Alright. So you just go underneath, and we are powering all of them. Okay, pillar back up. Yep, okay. And we're going to do the same thing here. First cobblestone row. Here I'll even get this a little bit more uniform. I do not want to have confusion. Yeah. It's the old carpenter saying, measure twice, cut once, measure twice, build once. Works that way in Minecraft often. Okay, yep, there we are. That's cobblestone all the way. And you just saw this, so I'll go ahead and jump ahead. Alright. That's all charged up now. Pillar back up. Okay. And let's clear this out a little bit, because I need 3 spaces of room for the rails to work. And we'll give ourselves a little breathing room. But I know I'm going to at least need 3 rooms of cobble just for the railway network. And this is all going to be covered up with rails and pistons and better looking stone. So it's good to use cobblestone. Alright, start this off here, and all the smooth stone, everything that's going to be underneath a piston, that 12 by 12 platform, all of it has activator rails underneath it. That's the whole secret to this. Okay, and now we come to the powered row, so that gets to be a powered rail, and then we get a normal rail to do our turnaround. Then powered, then activator, and we just go down the line. Yep. Okay, and then we get powered, and powered there might as well. Normal, normal for the U-turn. Back to activator, and I think you see how this goes. I'm going to go ahead and just speed this up a little bit, but I think you see how we're working this. One chain, just S-curving it back and forth across the platform. Okay, took a little bit of that time off camera just to get the initial set for pistons because I wanted to get the height set properly for these first three because this is really the workhorse of it all. Beneath the horizontally pushing pistons is where the water will be. We're going to have what looks like two rows of water, one to freeze, one to refill, and I wanted to get everything right as far as distance and placement. So beneath here will be, taking a look here, yes, there we are, okay. We want to have one row of water underneath these because that way it does not freeze in this climate, and that will act as a refill then for the water literally over these lowered pistons here. So I got to fill that up so it doesn't overflow. Okay, I want a block there, but I'll make it, it needs to be a piston. Okay, I'm trying to talk and build at the same time. Okay, so okay, alright, this is looking pretty decent. Alright, let's fill this out just a little bit more. Okay, I want water here. That way it acts as a refill. I want water there. And I want a cover block there to keep that water from freezing. Yes, that's what I want. And then this creates a 2 by 12 water shaft that half will freeze and half will remain water, and it's shaped in such a way that it refills it. Perfect. Okay. You see the chest minecart that I've been using to just test the system a little bit. I want to do that just a little bit more. I wanted to make sure that the single rail on either side was going to be enough to make it go, and it did. Now let's make sure that it makes both of the hoppers work. And I can tell the bottom rows pop in there as well, and the top you saw clearly, so that's working good. Let's take a view from here. That's still going to go all the way. I need to build the reverse chain, but I also just like watching these things. I like machines operating effectively. It's pleasurable. Alright, so you see how that's going to be working in principle. Let me clean that up. Okay. Okay. So we talked about that. Okay. Let me get this. Let me just test one thing. I'm always lousy with counting, so let me just push this out to see where the max push limit for the piston will actually put the edge of this. That way I know how much track I need to lay. Okay. I sped that up for your benefit, of course, but, if I can't help you have an enjoyable time here, what am I doing? Alright. So that's the full piston extension. Okay, yep, alright. So I need to lay just a little bit more track, but nothing major. I'll leave that block there as a marker. Okay, and then we'll clean up the mess with the rest of this. Okay. This is coming together nicely. Nice not to have major issues. Pop that off. Oh, I want that block there. Okay. And let's go ahead and take a quick siesta. That way I can make it morning again. I'm just not interested in mob fights right now. I'll be honest. Okay. New day, same project. Let's get her knocked out. Alright, we need to move this just a little bit more out. And do I have enough to... Okay, so get this out of our way. Snake this around again. Okay. Okay. Need to get a couple of parts here. Give me... Okay. Thanks for bearing with me. Alright. Slop down some more activators. Okay. Powered. Alright. This is one area. Oh, good. That's not going to cause a hiccup. We want to be able to just send a nice return right down here. For right now, let me go ahead and get the pistons on here. Just trying to make sure that all of these work. You know, it's a good sci-fi series once said, and I love a line, make sure that the engine runs before you polish the chrome. So let me get part of this built up and cleaned up a little bit, and we'll get right to this. Okay, I'll be honest. I always love the look of the piston floor. Just all that mechanics, and especially if it works, I just love it. Okay. My math was just a little bit off, but that's why I also have the redstone toolbox, so I can just grab an extra to throw that in here. Okay. Alright. Now, last thing we need to do is work on the return circuit of the rail, because that's the timer and that's also, primary impulse. Let me put this in with an extra powered rail just to get it off to a good start. Okay, and I want to have a switch up on this level, so build a little bit of a ramp, and that'll be the control mechanism for on and off as well. Do I like that? I don't know if I like that. Let me see if it looks better when I block it up a little more. I don't want to cause jams. I want a simple... Okay, I like that better. Okay, take a look here. Kind of thinking as I'm designing here a little bit. Okay. Drop a block here. Because I just want this to come up and down enough so that when we have it on the return, momentum takes it up. Let's see. Yeah, well, okay. Is that gonna... Okay. I want to make sure it can get upwards. Last thing I want is for it to get stuck and start rolling backwards. Okay, so we'll just power it up, and that should give us more than enough power to get up the hill. And then... I know that'll work, but I just don't like the look of it. So... this isn't a huge part. We're going to move it back one. I've got to have some sort of aesthetics and like it too. I don't want a hiccup to happen and the machine doesn't work, especially when I'm in an overnight session, which I intend to be, AFK in the shelter there. So give me a second here. Do I need to make another one? Okay, well, that's what I brought the gold for. Empty out some of the junk. Put it in the trunk. Okay. Alright, let's hop back up. My sense of aesthetics will feel better if I just move everything back one, and I know that there's no risk whatsoever of a problem. There probably wasn't a risk of a problem before, but I just want peace of mind. Looks much better. I like that a lot better. Okay. And then we drop a block here. And then... Okay, good. And that all links up. That's powered. I like the look of that a lot better. Okay. So I need to get a lever. That's going to be the master on-off switch. Perfect. Okay. Let's dress this up a little bit. Okay, cover this up a little bit. Last thing I need is a mob getting down in there and just literally stopping the trailer. Or pardon me, the minecart. You know what I mean. Don't split hairs with me. Okay. We've got slabs. Let's use them. I want this to have a nice, clean hitbox area. I do not want to create hiccups that way. Okay. Let's test this thing. Perfect. That part works fine. Drop a load into it just so it has some extra momentum. Oh, that works good. That works good. Good, good, good. I love the action of a piston floor. Just machines moving upwards. Because of Minecraft physics, blocks stay up, so you can create nice stacking units without visible redstone, because all the redstone's down beneath it. It's one of those things I love. Okay. Good. Momentum is fine. It goes around the circuit again. Let's double check that the off switch will be able to stop it. I can't see why it wouldn't, but I'd rather test it than be surprised. And I just love the look of this. I'll be straight honest. Alrighty. Comes around. Stop. Good. Now we'll go around. Should, but... yeah, it's going fine. I think if it makes it past the first loop or two, then you're pretty much go, because everything is repetitious at that point. I think we may have a system here. I got to do one or two things on the sheet pusher, but that's easy enough to do. Come around. Okay. Let's get to work on the last system then. Alright, now as tempting as it is to just drop the water in there, keep in mind we're working with redstone, and redstone and water don't mix. So what we need to do is get the signal from that last piston upwards so that it'll trigger these pistons up here. So what I need to do first is also clear out these blocks. Yes, I know I could use grass, but aesthetically I like to use something more of a man-made stone. So we'll go ahead and drop... that can be dirt. I don't care about that. Okay, good. We'll drop in some bricks here. This is just to run the redstone line on. Okay. And then we do need to hop down here for a minute. I think this is going to be a job for an observer. Now, I will fully acknowledge that the original idea and the rough design of this came from Crew Productions a few years ago. And it was an awesome design, that's why I liked it. But I'm also now building this in 1.15. And in 1.15, we now have observers. So I'm going to reduce some of the redstone wiring originally they put in, because we have more advanced technology with, plug that up, with observers now. So what we need to do is hop down here with an observer, and I just need to pop this stone out and pick up the signal from that piston, because when it moves based on that, yeah, that's perfect. The activator will hit the piston will move, the observer will detect that. So then we just need to move the signal outward, put a repeater in there, give me a little, yeah, put a little extra time into it. Okay, and then force that into a block. Perfect, yes, okay. Need to get some redstone, 1 second. Okay, slept away the night. Noticed it was getting dark. Alright. Okay, I think we're looking good here. We've got... yep. Okay, yep. Where's my dust? Excellent, okay. So we have... okay, dust up the stairs. Yep. Okay, And then while we're here, just in case, put another repeater, no delay, and we run the redstone line down. And I think we are done. Perfect. I do not mind the double pulse. All it'll do is push the ice over easy. I can work with that very simply and happily. And I'll take another look at just the piston floor. Nah, you're bored with that by now. Okay. I can't resist. Yep, it's working again. It's working in the proper timing. We want to have that at the end of it, not at the beginning, otherwise that'll cause ice block. The machine will literally freeze up. So when you're building this, make sure that you do have your observer noticing the last piston in the front row, not the first. Okay, we'll turn that off for right now. I missed it. Oh well, no biggie. Okay. Slightly nervous, but I think we are ready to start putting some water in the channel. So we'll go in and bucket, bucket, a little bit of ice just in case, and the fact I've got it here, I don't have a second water bucket. Okay, so make sure I'm not using Silk Touch, that would just be ridiculous. Okay, yeah, moneymaker, perfect. Alright, so we've got that. Alright, and we're wanting to make sure we fill this full, all 24 spaces, the 2x12 channel we've got here. Make sure all of that is filled, especially the back rows and the sides, because ice does not form if it's covered. That's why we have the sides with the stones, and then the pistons that make the sheets also function as covering. See, we're already starting to get ice. So the climate's good. Okay. Let me spot check one thing. Okay. I just don't want a mob to find his way in here and cause grief and problems with stuff. I'm gonna go on an AFK session and then like a skelly's gonna be down there or a creeper and he's gonna blow it to Kingdom Come. It's not what I'm interested in. So we'll put this in, we'll prettify it a little bit. The engine I think actually works now, so now I can polish the chrome like I was talking about. Okay. Any more bricks? But I can make bricks. One reason why I like bricks. Okay. Okay, not too bad. Not much I can do with that, but that really doesn't bother me. Let's see. Put a couple of slabs there just so I can walk up. A little bit of stairs. Okay, yep, see? Ice is already being made. Can I go down? I don't want mob spawn problems, so I'm gonna clean up and seal off my redstone a little bit. Can we get on the hitbox there? Come on. There we are. Okay. And we're just gonna seal up here. This is pretty normal stuff. And for aesthetics, I think we'll also probably cover up one level higher, so it's a smooth brick foundation all around it. Yeah. Let's go ahead and get that. Yeah. And that way it's nice, smooth, and flush with the floor of the pistons, except for the one that I threw in my face. There we are. Okay. Alright. machine's working well. Gone a couple rounds. You can see ice is already starting to stack up here. Okay, I think I am going to go AFK for a little bit, and we're going to see how this machine works. The ice is being formed, the water is being replenished. Yeah, let's give this thing a test drive. Okay, I wanted to give this thing a 10-minute test run just to see what kind of ice production it was going to make for me. And I decided to go ahead and do this from an AFK position just to leave it completely hands off. If there was going to be a hiccup, I wanted to see what that would do. I also wanted to just give it a good perception of, what kind of mob spawn I was going to get. Looks like from this I'm not on the main platform area, so I'm happy about that. I was concerned about my single torch, but I do have that far enough away it's not a problem.
Okay, so let's take a look, see what happened overnight. As I assumed, we made an iceberg. I'm not going to complain about that. Alright, and we are looking at pretty much the full structure in an 8-hour overnight process. That's a good benchmark, that's a good reference.
Alright, as the phantoms started to sweep on to me, I decided to go back down and sleep the rest of the night away. I want to add one more thing onto this. Let's go ahead and get the stairs on here. Get my aim done right. And this is a trick because I do happen to like these piston floors and I use them for a couple of things, an ice maker or stacker or whatever. I do happen to like the stairs upwards because this way I can easily just, if I can get it clicked on right, walk on up to the top of the structure and just mine my way down. Okay. Okay, not too bad. Now let's... You know what? Oh gosh. This is gonna be fun. Oh, it's insta-mining. I didn't think about that, but yeah, it's insta-mine. Hang on. Let me do it this way. I think you'll like it. Oh, I love that sound. I love that sound. That's awesome. I haven't thought about this. Oh, wow. Just... yeah, 360-degree insta-mine of that breaking glass sound, but it's not. I know some people think ice isn't valuable, but dang, it's fun and entertaining. Oh, this is awesome. Oh, I love it. I'll be right with you. I'm going to have some fun. Well, you know what I'm going to be doing for the next few minutes? I'm going to be having fun clearing this iceberg out. I already did the math on what the iceberg is. I know a lot of you are stats people. So 12 by 12 by 12 is going to make this literally 27 stacks of ice. That's the entire single chest, and as you can tell, we've gotten that filled. I'm going to go ahead, and I'm just going to have fun clearing this entire thing out. And I'm also going to say thank you for watching. I'm going to say thank you for liking and subscribing. I'm Commander Tom, and I will see you next mine. And this is awesome. Build this thing in your own world just for the fun of it. Even if you don't need the ice, just have fun in Minecraft. It's a game. Have fun. And I will see you next mine.